Hello and welcome to this manga haul for March. And I've dragged myself away from playing Pokemon to film it. So yeah, the box is very chocker this month, and that's not because I bought more than usual, it's just because the box is slightly smaller. And it's quite satisfying how well they fit the bigger volumes in the bottom, and yeah. This is a sci-fi order that is bookmarks, but they're underneath everything. So I will be showing them at the start. I mean, I can show them at the end. So anyway, let's get on to the haul, which is I don't know how they fit them in the box, because when I tried to put them back in, they were like not fitting all the way, but when I took them out, they were all fitting. So yeah. Anyway, the first one in this haul is this just arrived this morning, so I've taken them out the bubble wrap, but I haven't taken the plastic wrap off or anything. So the first one that came this morning was, they all came this morning. The first one in the haul was the Emperor's Caretaker Volume 3. I've been really enjoying this one. It's historical. I think it's going to be a romance, but so far it's just about her looking after the Emperor, who's this 5-year-old boy, and she becomes his new caretaker. Yeah, I've been very enjoying it so far. I'm looking forward to this next volume. I think there's like 5 or 6 out currently, but I'm quite behind on everything because I'm still only buying new releases that came out in like June. I think I'm up to June. I think I'm like 8 months behind when it comes to new releases, apart from new volume ones, which I tend to pick up when I see them come out at this point. The Emperor's Caretaker Volume 3. Next, finally, The Strange House Volume 3. This came back into stock on Sci-Fi at last. I've been checking for like the past 4 months and it's been out of stock, but when I checked this month, it was finally back in. This is a series that I didn't want to fall behind on, but I had to because I couldn't get a hold of Volume 3. Come on, Rowan. Come on. You can come in. No, changed his mind. So yeah, I fell behind because it was out of stock, but now it's back in stock, so I picked it up at last. And I know 4 and 5 are out, and I'll probably get them next time. Because, yeah, I really enjoy this series, and looking forward to finally getting to continue it. There's also a new series coming out by this same creator called Strange Pictures, which is based off the novel in the same series as Strange Houses. So it's coming out in Titan Manga, but I'm not sure of the release date, but I'm looking forward to picking that one up too, because I love this one, so I'll probably like that one too. Similar concept, instead of Strange Houses, it's Strange Pictures. So yeah, he's investigating. His friend is like a retail guy, and he comes to him talking about the strange house, and he now investigating it and like the rumours and stuff surrounding it. And yeah, it's very good. So this is the floor plan for this house. They all have a floor plan on the back, which is cool. So yeah, looking forward to finally continuing that one. Next is Pink Heart Jam Beat Volume 1. This is the sequel to Pink Heart Jam. I really like that one. It was 2 volumes, and this is the sequel. I don't know if it's still ongoing or not. I just know that it started coming out in English, and yeah, I like the original, so I wanted to start reading this one. And it's still in the plastic wrap because I haven't opened it yet. Yeah, this is the first BL for the haul. There will be a few more. But yeah, I enjoyed Pink Heart Jam quite a bit. Next, it's been a while since I've had one of these. The Ancient Magus Bride Volume 20. I don't remember when 19 came out, but it feels like it was released a couple years ago. Possibly sooner, but it feels like forever since I've read this. I know I've watched the anime, the 2nd season, since reading like Volume 19, so it must have been a while. Because the 2nd season isn't that old, I don't think. Is it? I'm not sure, but it's been a while since I picked up 19 anyway. Which is fine because 19 ended like the arc that it was on. Like the alchemist school arc. 19 ended that. So this Volume 20 is going into a new arc, so it didn't feel like too bad of a wait because we ended that storyline. So this is the start of a new one. I'm looking forward to seeing how this storyline goes. I do like this cover. I like the nice backgrounds and there's roof. I think 21 is coming out soon as well. I don't think there was as much as a gap between 20 and 21 as there was between 19 and 20. But yeah, I enjoy the Ancient Magus Bride. And I'm continuing to pick it up. Next, we'll move on to this one, since it's the same size. And that is My Girlfriend's Child 9, which is the final volume in the main series. Volume 10 is side stories, and that one comes out. It might already be out. I am not sure. But yeah, this one concludes the main story, and yeah, I think that's them as kids on the back. I don't think it's their kid. I think it's them as kids. Well, she's holding their kid, which is kind of a spoiler that they had the baby, but that's kind of expected. It's the last volume, so you kind of expect that they would. But yeah, really looking forward to reading this one. I've been really enjoying the series, and yeah, I know one of the side stories in Volume 10 is the story about how they met, because obviously at the start of the series she's already with him and she finds out she's pregnant. That's how the series starts. So they've already been in a relationship for a while, and one of the side stories in 10 shows how they met and started dating. I don't know what the other side stories are, I just know about that one. So yeah, looking forward to reading the final volume of the main story. Next is 2345 Re, which is the second volume of 2345. This is this one was a BL about where he finds a ghost on a bridge, and he kind of follows him home. This is a spin-off to 2345. So is this a different couple, or is this still the same couple? Because I thought it was a sequel, but apparently it's a spin-off. Whether he was a ghost, I don't like it. Yeah, that is... It seems like it's a sequel. I think it's about the same couple. I'll have to see when I read it. Anyway, next is another BL. This one is My Noisy Roommate. The Roof Over My Head Comes with Monsters and a Hottie. This is like a supernatural BL where he attracts the supernatural and he starts working for this organization, which is like a retail company for the supernatural, where they rehouse like spirits and yokai that are in inconvenient places. So yeah, because he attracts spirits, he starts working with this guy, and he also now lives with him to relocate spirits and yokai to different homes. Yeah, I'm really very enjoying this one too. Next, we'll go this side. So this is Bride of the Biomaster 4. Because it's still, I think I heard somewhere that this one's getting an anime. I do believe it is. It might have been a different one that was similar that I heard was getting an anime. But I heard that this one is. Yeah, I enjoy this one. It's supernatural. Bit My Happy Marriage-ish. But the characters personalities are not like My Happy Marriage, but the situation's a bit similar. But this one takes place in modern day Japan, not whereas Happy Marriage is historical. But yeah, I enjoy this one. And there's a dog on the cover. I'll put that there. Next, I've got quite a bit Kodansha this month. Gazing at the Star Next Door, Volume 6. This is a high school romance that I really enjoy between childhood friends. One of them is a up and coming like actor. And yeah, I really like this one. Next is In the Crew Moon at Dusk 8. I haven't picked up a volume in a while. I think this one has been out for a while. It's a very bright yellow. But yeah, this one has an anime airing currently, which I will be watching once it ends. I have actually heard a couple of people say that the anime is better than the manga for this one. That his personality comes across more in anime format and he doesn't feel as bland. So I'm very looking forward to watching it once it ends and I can binge it. So yeah, I like In the Crew Moon at Dusk. It's a sweet high school romance. Next, I've been very looking forward to this one. And that is In So Deep It's Love Already. This is a Kodansha series, but it's being licensed by Tokyo Pop. So this one is on the Kodansha app. And the first 3 chapters on there are free, so I read those on the app one day because I was flicking through the app in the shoujo section to see what was on there. And this was on there, and I thought, oh, that seems interesting. And I read the first 3 chapters, and I really loved it. And I forgot that Tokyo Pop had actually licensed it. And then I remembered when I saw the picture in my gallery, and I was like, oh yeah, that's the one I read on the app. And now it has actually been licensed because I was kind of hoping it would be, but I'm forgetting that it already had been. So yeah, really looking forward to reading those 3 chapters again in this volume, as well as continuing it, because I couldn't read past volume 3, chapter 3, because the rest you had to buy tickets for. But yeah, this volume contains 4 chapters, so I've read 1, 2, 3, but I haven't read 4, so I'll get to see what happens after those first 3. Yeah, this one is about a girl she's like a fangirl. She like devotes herself to like her favourite characters and stuff, and then she meets this guy in school and she decides to become his fan, and he's like brushes super easily. And he comes across as kind of standoffish, but that's just because he just gets embarrassed and brushes easily. And I thought it was very sweet, and I like the girl. She was quite funny. And yeah, I'm looking forward to continuing it now that it has actually been licensed. Next, Mao 20. I think there's quite a lot of these out that I haven't picked up yet. But yeah, it's Mao. It's Mumiko Takahashi. I enjoy it. I think this one's getting an anime as well. I think this one's just had its official announcement for the anime. But yeah, I will watch it. And yeah, I will also continue reading it because it's the most similar series Mumiko Takahashi has done to Inuyasha since Inuyasha. And I like the overall plot. I like it more when it focuses on the overall plot rather than just the random side demons they fight. But yeah, next. This is a new one from Kodansha. This is Hitting Rewind With You. It's a college romance about 2 college students who dress up as high schoolers for Halloween because they want to reminisce about their high school days, and they meet while both dressed as high school students, and they spend Halloween together, and then they both learn that they're actually in college. And I think they might go at the same college, but yeah, it's supposed to be sweet. I've heard a lot of good things about it. Next. Otaku Vampires Would Bite, Volume 4. I really enjoy this one. It's one of my favourites. Was it last year? I think I started it last year. It was in my top 10 of the year for whatever year I started reading it anyway. I really like this one. I really like Hina. She's super relatable. And she has a favourite character called, I forget his name, Mao, from an anime called Vampire Cross. She has a favourite character called Mao, and she has merch of him everywhere. Like, all the merch she could possibly get. She has a room completely decorated in it, which is relatable because I have a shrine to Cyrus from Love and Deep Space, and I get all the merch I possibly can of him, and it's up there, and it is forever growing, and it's kind of started to expand around onto that wall now. So yeah, our collecting habits are definitely relatable. And next is Correct Decides to Die, Volume 4. Again, this is another favourite from last year, or the year before, I think it was last year. But yeah, I'm really enjoying this one too. So this is volumes 7 and 8. Yeah, 7 and 8. It's 20 in total. So the Omnibus 5 will be halfway through, so there'll be 10 in total. Yeah, I've always liked series based around Greek mythology ever since really liking Percy Jackson as a kid. So yeah, Percy Jackson was like my favourite book series when I was like 8, 9. So ever since then I've really liked stuff based around Greek mythology, and this one is, especially Hades. Especially stuff revolving around Hades. Yep, really looking forward to continuing this one. I know there's an otter that comes into it at some point. It's supposed to be really cute. I see people talking about the otter, and I haven't met him yet, so looking forward to actually meeting him. I don't know if he comes in that volume or not, because I think it's on the cover of the next one. Anyway, I See Your Face Turned Away 4. This one had a bent corner. I'm not really that bothered. I just thought I'd mention it. So yeah, this is a series about 4 high school students who are all in unrequited love with each other. I really enjoy it. It's quite dramatic, but I think it ended. I think people were upset with the ending. I don't know why. I didn't read into it. I just heard a lot of people complaining about the ending. But I'm really enjoying it, so we'll see what the ending's like. I don't think this is the final volume, though. I think what 5 might be the final volume. I don't think this one is. It might be, but I don't think it is. I think it might be the next one. I'll have to wait till I read it to find out. Oh, Rowan, you coming after all? Yes. Anyway, next is another Kodansha one. No, this isn't the last Kodansha one. This is Love at First Memory. This is another new one. This is about a girl. I think she's an heiress or something. Yeah, she's an heiress to the Takanashi group. And she's engaged to this guy. And then she gets in an accident where she loses her memory. And then 5? Is it 4 or 5? I think it's... No, I can't tell if this guy on the cover is the same as this dude here, or whether he's somebody different. So it's either 4 or 5 guys show up in a hospital room all claiming to be her fiancé, but she doesn't remember who her actual fiancé is. So she has to spend time with each of these guys to try and jog some memory of which one is her actual fiancé, and then fall in love with them again, or she could possibly end up falling in love with someone different who wasn't her original fiancé. I don't know. But I've heard this one's quite good. But yeah, I think it's either 4 or 5 guys. And this is I think this is like the original cover or something. Yeah, no, there's 4. There's definitely 4. It's only showing 4 here. So this guy, the blonde guy on the back, must be the same as the guy on the front. Just he looks slightly different. If I had to guess, because he's on the cover of this first volume, that the blonde guy is probably her actual fiancé. I don't know that for sure because I haven't read it, but that would be my guess. Because he seems kind of, by the poses and everything, a bit more main-ish. So if I had to guess, I'd say it was probably him. I'm usually good at guessing which character they're going to end up with at the end. It's usually quite obvious, though. apart from with Nina. In that one, I have no idea. Next. This is the basket answer, isn't it? Yep, this is the basket answer. Medalist 9. My only sports. No, not my only sports manga. How Ex Machine Gun is also sports, but I don't read that one anymore because it's finished. This is the only sports manga I read that's ongoing. Yeah, I think so. Oh, Braid Girl would be classed as sports too, because that's running, but that was only 3 volumes and I haven't read 2 or 3 yet. Yeah, okay, I do have a couple more sports series then, but this is the main sports series I read, because I don't tend to like sports series most of the time. When it's like basketball, football, rugby, tennis, stuff like that, I don't tend to read that sort of stuff. But Medalist is ice skating. I quite like ice skating. And Alhara's Machine Gun was like airsoft, and Braid Girl's running. So I don't really read manga about sports that involve a ball, basically. But ones that don't, I tend to be more interested in trying. But yeah, I like to watch. I never watched actual ice skating, but I like to see it in the manga and the anime. Because of Yuri on Ice, basically. Insomniacs After School 11. How many of this are there again? 14. So 3. There's 3 left. We're coming to the end of this one now. It's just a chill slice of life series with a little bit of romance, but it's more about the chill slice of life stuff. And yeah, they like to take pictures of the stars, and it's just a very chill read most of the time. But there are some things happening at the moment, which is a bit more sad. Next, I have a manhwa. It is The Merman Trapped in My Lake, Volume 1. This sounded interesting. It's Merman trapped in my lake, not mermaid. This one is about, I think she's a rich, she was gifted I think she's a sickly young girl who's like rich, and I think it takes place in the past or something. And she's gifted a merman as a gift who lives in the lake and the garden, and she keeps him there as like a captive. And then she dies. Yeah. Because she dies young, I think, because she's obviously very sickly. And then years later, her great niece. Yeah, I think it's her great niece. The merman transforms into a human and then goes to the great niece. And they don't know whether it's because she looks very similar to her great aunt, and therefore he wants to spend time with her because he loved the great aunt, or whether it's to get revenge because obviously she did keep him as like a prisoner in this lake. So yeah, it did sound very interesting. Also, the art in this one is stunning. Let me find a picture that doesn't involve half-naked man. They're like, yeah, there was one picture I saw before where it was like a full body picture, and it was very nice. But yeah, the art in this one is very nice, which is another reason I wanted to give this one a go. Yeah, I think this first volume mainly follows the great aunt with the merman, and I'm guessing we'll get into the stuff with her great niece in the second volume, from what it seems like it's going to be. There's the picture. I've lost it again. I've lost it again. No, I will find it. There it is. That was the one I was on about. But yeah, I'm very looking forward to giving this a go because the art is stunning and the story sounds like it'll be interesting. And I haven't read a manhwa in a while, other than The Missing O. The only manhwa I've read recently is Sex. But I do read manhwa, I just don't pick them up very often. I really need to get around to getting more See You in My 19th Life, though. I will at some point. And Business Proposal. And Secretary Kim. I started all those and I never read much. I need to read more. And Bloody Sweet. I still need to finish Bloody Sweet. I'm looking at my Manga shelf right now, and there's also The Horizon, which is only 3 volumes. I need to read more of that. And then Omnipotent Reader's Viewpoint as well. And the other one's a Steamship, which I get regularly. So yeah, there's a lot of manga I need to catch up. But I have Ariana as well. I forgot about Ariana. But that one will be joining them, and it's a non-Steamship manga, which I haven't picked up for a while. And next, Cherry Magic 14. I think the series finally ended, and I think it ended at 16, which I do like Cherry Magic. I enjoy it. But I do think it needs to end now, because the last volume felt a bit pointless. Most of the volume was just talking about their morning routines. And then it was a side story about what if Kurosawa was the one who had mind-reading powers instead of Adachi. And yeah. This volume might be a bit better, just the previous volume felt a bit lackluster and pointless. I do like the secondary couple, and I would like to see more of them. But yeah, I am glad that it has ended now, because most of the story with this one has now been told. Next is the 70s, yeah. Reliving My Life with a Boyfriend Who Doesn't Remember Me. 4? I think 5's out too. But I'm just now getting 4. But yeah, I really like this one. This was another one I thoroughly enjoyed when I read the first 3. I'm looking forward to continuing it. It always has such nice covers. Yeah, it's quite a melancholy and sad one, because she was reincarnated and she remembers him, but he doesn't remember her, so she's trying to make him fall in love with her again, whilst also protect him from what it happened to them, because he died and she doesn't know what killed him, so she's trying to prevent that, also trying to get him to fall for her again, but it's not always going well, and it is quite a melancholy series, and I really like it. Why have I put these into 2 different piles? I can't remember, but I have. See how nice and snug these fit together in the box, and it was just so satisfying to see when I opened it. Especially when they were in the bubble wrap and it was like super tight and they fit perfect. It's like, oh, that is satisfying. And I don't know why, but it was. Anyway. Anime got some horror now. There's a lot of new horror coming out this year, which I'm super looking forward to, because I do like my horror. And we don't get that much of it. But this one is about a village of animals that eat people. So they're like anthropomorphic animals, and these family, a father and daughter, stumble upon the village where they are. And they're treated with quite nicely at first, but then they find out that these animals are planning to eat them. This is a series, this is volume 1. But yeah, this is plastic wrapped, and it does say mature, so it's probably going to be quite gory, I imagine, if it's plastic wrapped. Because if it was just creepy, they don't tend to plastic wrap horror that's just creepy, because like Junji Ito's never plastic wrapped. But Junji Ito's not particularly gory, it's more just like creepy and like body horror. So if this is plastic wrapped, it must be quite gory. Which I'm all for, I don't mind gore. Next, let's get the steamships done, because there's 4 of them. And we have Seduced by the Demon King 2. I really like volume 1 of this one. It's a Demon King, and I think she's the reincarnation of a mage or a saint or something, and was in a relationship with her in the past life, and now he's living with her in modern day Japan, and yeah, I like the first one of that. Then Before You Discard Me, I Shall Have My Way With You 4. This is the final volume. I like volumes 1 and 2 of this, but I wasn't as keen on volume 3, which that one was mainly flashbacks. But I'm hoping to... I'll like this one more along the same amount as 1 and 2 rather than 3, because I think all the flashbacks are done now. So this is the final volume. So I was definitely going to read the last one, even though I didn't enjoy Volume 3 that much. But we have Virgin Marriage 2. I really like the first one of this too. This one's about a married couple that never been intimate, and they're kind of embarrassed about it, and they're learning about being intimate. And then, yeah, Volume 1, it was a bit cute and wholesome for a steamship. And there's fish. Why is there fish? Are they at an aquarium? And then the last one is Hero for the Shadow Hero, Volume 3. I really like this one too. This one was quite sweet, where she has to heal him. He's got this, like, disease, and the only way to heal him is if she has sex with him, because she has this power where whoever she loses her virginity to, she can then heal them with her vagina. It's a bit strange, but it's quite sweet. And now he's absolutely besotted with her. Just a couple more. Yeah, one more manga. The other two are light novels. This is Hina Sugimura. This is a josei horror manga. It's also hardback. This one's also plastic wrapped and rated mature, so I'm guessing this one's quite gory too. Because again, I don't really think they wrap things that are just creepy. It must have to be quite disturbing for it to actually be plastic wrapped, which I'm super looking forward to. I like disturbing horror. So yeah, it doesn't say anything on the back. But if I remember correctly, the description for this one was it's about a group of college students come across like an abandoned cabin or something, and there's this woman's there or something along those lines. But yeah, with this being a josei horror, I'm even more looking forward to reading it, because yeah, even like we don't get a lot of in English for shoujo and josei horror apart from Junji Ito. Most of Junji Ito's stuff, other than Uzumaki and Gyo, are actually shoujo. But other than Junji Ito stuff, we don't tend to get a lot. Next, I'm gonna grab the last two, which are, well, one's a light novel. I don't think the other one will be classed as a light novel. But I'll grab a Fairy Tail 9. I've only read the first two, but I like to keep up with it, because I don't think this series is selling well, and I want to get it whilst I can, because I have a feeling that this one will go out of print once they run out of the initial print run. So I like to grab it as soon as it comes out. So yeah, it's definitely like one of my favourite light novels. I adored the anime. I hope that we eventually get a second season of the anime, or third season. I don't know if part 2 counted as the same season or not. But yeah, I adore this series. And I have read the first two. I know the anime ends at 6, so I do want to get to 7, 8, and 9 to get to the new content, but I will have to read 3, 4, 5, 6 first. And it just takes me a while to get around to reading light novels, but I love Sugar Apple Fairy Tail. And this is a nice cover. And last, there's the bookmarks. Go over there. Here are the bookmarks. I don't think there's any new ones, but there's I do like this one. The Dancing Skeletons. And this one is quite nice. Anyway, oh, and the Mustache Cat. Anyway, the last thing I have here is about a place in the Kinki region. I don't know if this is classed as a light novel or whether it's just classed as a novel. Please contact me if you have any information that could help. Now, I do not know if this is actually true or not, but I think this is like, well, I know it's a mixed media novel. There's like different things in there. I think that this is like a mystery horror that you have to solve the mystery yourself as you're reading it. I do believe that's what this is. And it's mixed media. You have like stuff like short stories. There's a transcript of an interview, and it's all like evidence towards this mystery. And I think you're supposed to try and solve it yourself as you're reading. And then at the end here, there is a like a leaflet. Where is it? Here. And it says source material on it, and it is sealed shut. And you pull that to open it, and I think that maybe once you finish reading, you open this, and it's got like some words in there, and this gives you the answers to the mystery or something like that. I could be wrong. I could be completely wrong, and it'd be not like that at all. But that's what I've heard. So I'm really looking forward to reading this one if that is the case, and you do have to solve the mystery yourself as you're reading it. But yeah, it's like mixed media, and the chapters are super short, so I might be able to read this one very soon, if I can maybe squeeze in a chapter every night. But yeah, this one intrigued me a lot, and I'm super interested in reading it. But yeah, it says, please read to the end and contact me if you have any information. My friend is missing. Before he disappeared, he was working on a magazine about the paranormal. His first real job as an editor, with almost no budget, he resorted to digging through back issues and unused search materials, looking for inspiration. As he did, a terrifying truth began to emerge about a certain place in the Kinky region. I have corrected the relevant articles, interviews, and other experts in this book. And once you have understood everything, I would like to ask for your cooperation. I hope you will get in touch. There, I think you're supposed to read it through all of the articles, interviews, extracts, all in the book and everything, and try to solve the mystery yourself. And this is either the answers to that mystery, or it's just what the book is actually based on, maybe, because it just says the source material, so I'm not 100% sure, but I'm definitely intrigued to read it and find out. So yeah, this is like probably going to be my next read when I do get around to reading something with words again. The manga has words, but words without pictures. But yeah, super interested in that one. In fact, I might start it tonight. We'll see. And in that, I still don't know why I put those ones in a separate pile. But anyway, that is the entire haul. And I hope you enjoyed. And I'm actually going to be going to a Waterstones on Monday. And so I might pick up some in there as well. Just that there's a new Kenji store opening near me on the Saturday, so I'm going to be going on the Monday, and there's a Waterstones there too, so I'll see what's in there and maybe grab some manga there. I don't think they have a big selection from what I remember. I haven't been to that Waterstones in like 5 years though, so it could have gotten a bigger selection since then, but we'll see if I pick up any then, and if I do, then they'll be in another haul. I don't think I'll be picking up many though, because I've got all this to get through. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video, and I will see you for another one. Bye bye.